It's not wrong, but I just stay to it. And I'm be getting y'all help on shit like credit, how to start your own business, how to like design, come up with your own designs, form your LLC, make your clothing design, base it off your name, what you represent, shit like that. It ain't that hard. Ooh, man, let's get back to the question. PC chasing right now, so.
You guys have probably already come across the face of Season 4 in NBA 2K26, 76er star Tyrese Maxey while in MyCareer. Man, he's been on a roll this season.
Incredible, and we caught up with him while he was shooting those scenes for MyCareer at mocap. Take a look.
MP, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, Tyrese, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, likewise.
You came up in these runs, right?
All right, we're here with Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese, welcome to 2K26 and welcome to 2K TV.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad y'all had me.
And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus earlier. You've got to look your best coming into an opponent's building. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter out. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Peyton Pritchard out there with Carr. And for the Bucks, Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Bruce Brown is out there with Big Daddy, and it's Caruso in at the 3 slot. NBA basketball in the spotlight, and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also celebrated in our games today and tonight, Greg.
It's great to honor a man who spoke for equality and justice, and in a league that's given voice to many communities working towards that equality.
Here's Pritchard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Carr. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Turner. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Big Daddy.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawking. You have to give it up to this man.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Here's Pritchard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Big Daddy. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Carr, no good. The Bucks trail. Tipped away. Turner passes to Big Daddy. Back to Turner. The Bucks working the ball around. There's Big Daddy, guarded by Tatum. And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
And maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that.
And so it's Boston with it, trailing by 2. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long...
The pretty dunk brings down the house. Yeah, Brown just doing a great job getting after it, mixing it up on the window.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against the Wizards put on a show. He scored 17 points, and he was dealing assists all around. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Alex Caruso is checked in for Milwaukee. Bruce Brown comes in for Josh Okogie. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. 3 seconds left, and he jams it with authority.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
There's Big Daddy. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pritchard finds Tatum. Now here's Brown, defended by Caruso. And it's Brown missing.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
There's Big Daddy. Carr covering. 6 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Brown outside. Brown gets it done inside.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That one goes. It's counted. Pritchard's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. For Milwaukee, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Brown outside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Brown. For the finish, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Well, you love Miles Turner at that size to be able to move that fluidly and get an easy bucket in transition.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pritchard passes to Carr. Now Brown, defended by Caruso. Here's Pritchard. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
On the wing, Turner. The tray. That's tipped. Tatum way outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Miles Turner making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Brown out there with Big Daddy, and it's Caruso in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defenders.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Free throw no good for Giannis.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Here's Big Daddy. Over to the wing. And he lays it straight in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The kick out to Brown. Rebound Boston.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Hudson's checked in for Boston.
Substitution on the court.
Brown outside. Pass to Carr. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
You can't have that type of miscue.
Bucks leading by 6. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown out there with Harris. Then there's Carr. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Ellis at the 5 spot.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
Boston making a switch here.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Here's Big Daddy. He's covered by Pritchard. No good on the shot in close from Big Daddy. Pass to Carr. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
The Bucks making a switch here. Caruso's checked in.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half. And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Pritchard with a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Now here's Turner. Defense right on him. And it's Big Daddy missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, what a pass by Jaylen Brown. Probably one of his most improved areas.
Here's Big Daddy. That's a 2-pointer. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Back to Pritchard. Out to the right wing. Kong. And that one goes long. Bucks have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. 2 points. That one goes.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Brown inside the line. Brown with a little floater.
Oh, Jaylen Brown with the big shot, proving hard work pays off.
Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Turner. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 4. A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation for our player of the game, Big Daddy.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Brown outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he drives in. A shot by Pritchard, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Tatum against Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off. Get there quick enough.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. He's perfect from the line this time.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the 1st quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Here's Turner. Rebound, Boston.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Giannis. Boston again missing. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And here's Brown outside. It falls. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And he commits the intentional foul.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Caught. Misses the tray. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Number 55. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those threes.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered the most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. See you later.
I'm trying to get this season over so they can negotiate my contract. They ain't giving me about 4 or 5 coins a game. I don't really want it. They start out giving me just give me 4. So I can enjoy my own kids. I'm trying to buy some shit. Motherfucker really need some new shoes. What's up, buddy?
For sure. Speaking of your game, you've evolved over the years from your rookie year to now. What do you think the one aspect of your game that has most evolved?
I think the biggest thing is my mind has evolved. I watch a lot of film, I study a lot of guys, and then I watch a lot of basketball. So like in the process of that, I've learned a lot of things. I learned from a lot of different players, just watching the game, talking to people. And my thing is now I feel like I see the game through a different lens than I did when I was a rookie. I'm still young and I'm still like getting better every single day.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards is out there with Murray. Then it's White. Then it's Dillingham. And it's Dawson in at the center. And for the Bucks, they've got Big Daddy. Also Bruce Brown out there. And it's Okogie in at the 3. So Milwaukee will get the first possession. This is one fans have been looking forward to, Greg, for a while now. 2 major star-studded teams ready to battle.
On paper, it's a very exciting matchup. And knowing these guys are ready to exceed all expectations, We could be in for a real show here tonight.
Here's Dillingham. Driving inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
For three, Okogie. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Dawson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now Murray. Over onto Tacumbo. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
To the inside. Knocked away. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
And so just over a minute and a half played. The fadeaway kept alive. Here's Big Daddy, and it's blocked. Edwards against Giannis. Great positioning on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Now, Giannis. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo kicks to Brown. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Minnesota leading by 6. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
And the basket by Okogie.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Oh, here's Edwards. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting...
And Milwaukee has possession. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win.
Yeah, and those are the type of losses that kept me up late at night. They were 1-2 plays away. Just to get 1 or 2 more buckets.
On the court for the Timberwolves. They've got Edwards. He's out there with Nicholas Claxton. It's Berger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against Memphis was simply terrific. He dropped 27 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Minnesota with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Several teams changing it up here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
White with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Sunday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets.
Some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Edwards looking it over. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Big Daddy. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Since joining the league, Giannis has really developed his playmaking. He's become a strong primary ball handler.
Timeout called first of the game for Minnesota. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the...
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten
32. The Timberwolves, 26.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Dillingham. Brown out there with Big Daddy. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's Dawson. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Timberwolves. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
Well, that's why we play the games. Talent on paper is one thing, but it's what you do once you get between the lines that ultimately matters.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcoming the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Basket counts, and the Bucks lead by 4.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Dawson. Brown against White. Deep 2 from Murray. Misses off the left iron. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And Minnesota has possession. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Dillingham. It's blocked. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack the bag. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a one-point game. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Dawson is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's White. Then there's Edwards. And it's Murray in at the 3 slot. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks. Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable.
Here's Hendricks. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's White. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Dawson can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the left wing. Here's Hendricks. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Edwards can't hit.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
That one good for 2.
Well, to me, White is at his best going downhill in attack mode.
Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Hendricks. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Second person doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, Giannis is a force on the floor. The power, the scoring, the rebounding, the defense, he gives you everything.
Edwards against Brown. Right side, White. The teardrop falls in. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Takes it from 10. Here's Hendricks. 3-pointer. A 3-pointer is right on target. Hendricks has got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dillingham's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Edwards.
2 minutes.
Inside, Edwards finishes strong. Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're ahead by 8. 1:56 left to play here in the 4th. And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Big Daddy.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Claxton. Can't hit from in close. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Big Daddy. To the middle. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, Murray. Off on the layup.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Big Daddy.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. Here's Dillingham. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times this stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table.
What teammate of yours is the best in terms of stick skills in NBA 2K?
So it's in terms of playing 2K.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I kind of do a little bit.
No feathers should be ruffled. That's a good question. I know Paul plays the game pretty often, so he's probably pretty good. And I would say I'm going to go younger, Justin Edwards. He says he's really good at 2K. I haven't got a chance to play him yet. I'm not the best, but I'll.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Knicks taking on the Bucks. For the Knicks, they now hold 6th place in the Eastern Conference. And as we're moving... Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo out there with Brown. And it's Big Daddy. Then there's Brown. And for New York, they've got OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Kolek in at the 1 spot. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to create been some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Pass to Landry. Here's Kolek. Bridges, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Big Daddy. Now here's Giannis. And that one, good. Giannis has got the game going with his first points of the game for Milwaukee. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
Here's Big Daddy playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. 6 to shoot. Poked loose and stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Count it. Good.
Nice work by Bridges to finish that play inside, showing you some physicality that belies his strength.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning the championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
And it goes down 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Here's Kolek. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Anunoby outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Landry, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. So a moment now to see the story for Karl Anthony Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Bridges kicks to Landry. Over onto the Kumbo.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Brown. Bridges with the steal. By himself, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Outstanding hustle in the open floor. Bridges seemed to want it just a little more than everybody else that trip.
Here's Big Daddy. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader.
Milwaukee with the ball. They trail by 1. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4 on the court for the Bucks. They've got Big Daddy. He's out there with Brown. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
The lineup for New York, Mikal Bridges.
Here's Kolek. Scoreless thus far. Sinks the triple. Kolek has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Knicks.
He just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against Brooklyn put on a show. He scored 17 points, and he was spectacular on the boards, grabbing the season high in rebounds. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
All right, Allie. Great stuff as always. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Big Daddy. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. On the wing, Anunoby. Bridges outside. Cans it from downtown. Bridges got the lead up to 5 now for New York.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
20-15.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. 6 on the shot clock. Towns with the steal. On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Kolek. Got a piece of it. Giannis dishes to Brown. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick and roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
Towns, the pass to Landry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bridges. Comes up empty down low. Bucks trail by 4. Down low. Stolen by Landry. Brown against Anunoby. Here's Kolek. Makes it off the glass. Kolek has got 5 points in the quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And it's Brown missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bridges showing you the range right there.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Mark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
That's the end of the first half with a score. New York, 32. Milwaukee, 31.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Bridges. Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Kolek in at the point. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Towns kicks to Anunoby. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Anunoby's got his first 2 points.
There's a quiet efficiency to what Anunoby does at the offensive end. Very, very productive.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with it. Picked up by Brown. Left side, Brown. Brown, the pass to Big Daddy. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome. Nice little bounce in there, Steph, since the break 3 for 4 to start the half.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the 2-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
And the Knicks making a change here. So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So, I mean, you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
To the paint, here's Hood-Schifino. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's their 3rd straight made off an assist.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Sam Merrill, he's checked in for the Knicks. To the wing right side. To the middle. The Big Daddy passes to Giannis. Goes up on the block. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
It's up a 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Milwaukee in the lead. Over in the corner, Brown. Loads it up for There's Giannis taking flight.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Pass to Towns. Here's Hood-Schifino. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Milwaukee leading by 3. And here is Holmes. Takes a 3. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He's a big guy with some serious range, so you have to respect him from out there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Perry. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Hood-Schifino. The 15-footer. Good. Hood-Schifino's got his 3rd basket of the night.
47-43.
Here's Big Daddy. He's defended by Merrill. And it's Big Daddy missing.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Merrill passes to Towns. Here's Anunoby. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, that's a shot Anunoby is real comfortable with. I mean, he hits a pretty high percentage of those corner shots.
Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
For the tie, Here's Towns, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leads.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The Bucks ahead. They're up by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented.
Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kolek. No one near Landry as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Knicks lead by 4.
He's got that clutch gene. It's in his DNA for sure.
On the court for the Bucks. On out there with Big Daddy. Then there's Brown. And it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
New York calls timeout. Well, we have a chance now to recap of one of the standout performances of our game, earning our player of the game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan of his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Brown is a physical player, so he's not going to be bothered by contact or having to play through contact.
Towns kicks to Bridges. Pass to Perry. Right wing. Here's Kolek. New York missing again.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Inside, here's Perry. Over to the left wing. Giannis left side. Count it! And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities? Just tearing the opposition up in terms of denial.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Knicks making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Here's Big Daddy to the wing on the left. Here's Brown. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. New York takes timeout. They're trailing by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
The Knicks making the switch here. Andrews checked in. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they play. Show some more discipline. And you know what? Smart in the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage.
13.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Out to the right wing. Will it go? The rebound by the Bucks. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Anthony Towns. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line, 2 shots.
So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making all of those. Putting this game in the refrigerator.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kolek. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for
What is he at the 3-point contest? I mean, I'll try to shoot that motherfucker. He ain't good at shooting threes like that, though.
Love that. Who's one person that you think will most look forward to seeing you in NBA 2K26's MyCareer story?
Yeah, I think the biggest person is probably one of my friends. His name is Jaden McGrew. He plays the game probably every day, literally every day. I call him Boog. But he probably, I'm not going to tell him. So, of course, it's going to be really cool just for him to see me out there. And I'll probably get a lot of FaceTime calls from a lot of the homies back home. So,
all right, last one for you. Now that
I'm not in the 3-point. I ain't clicked the 3-point contest.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Doncic out there with Booker. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Flag. And it's Jokic in at the 3 spot.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Big Daddy, that's good.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Flag with it, defended by Towns. And yes, it's good.
And this game literally has been wide open, as wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Here's Flag. Out to Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Booker. And the rejection by Giannis. To the wing right side. Doncic with the steal. Jokic with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Good work there as it goes.
Good move. Jokic has a tremendous feel for what to do and when to do it.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Kevin?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over. Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Booker out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Wembanyama in at the 4th. Flag is checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Doncic passes to Jokic. Paddling inside. Jokic is good.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Pass to Young from outside the arc. It's good from long range. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars. Here's Booker. They can't stop the run with that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Some nice passing here by the West. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the East. And West also making a switch. Miller's checked in. The East leading by 12. Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Towns. Mitchell outside. There's the triple. West All-Stars with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Doncic against Towns. In close. Doncic.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Floats it up. Look out below!
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's Miller on the wing. Still yet to score.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Here's Big Daddy to the inside. Antetokounmpo, no good.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
West All-Stars shoot their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one drops.
You know what?
And so it's the East All-Stars bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything that the second has even more in store for it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
They've got Donovan Mitchell, Antetokounmpo out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Big Daddy, and it's Towns in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Towns. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And the East leads by 8.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here's Jokic. And the West hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Brown, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And we know the All-Star game is mostly about entertaining, but trust me, these players still want to win, and what we're seeing is that competitive drive really starting to kick in.
Pass to Booker, and Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And the East All-Stars call time here. I think you're right. You know, the complexion of the game usually does change at some point. Things get a little more serious. And, you know, especially in the second half, great guys start to play with a little bit more intensity.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And that's what's starting to happen now. I mean, these guys are such great competitors. And even on a night as fun as this one, you just can't take that will to win away from any of them.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Can't let Antetokounmpo get deep positioning like that, because this is what happens.
Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for flag. Again, the West All-Stars.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Got a piece of it. And here we go. The East with a fast break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean,
The West trails by 5. On the court for the West All-Stars, you've got Luka Doncic. Jokic is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Flag in at the 3. Big Daddy. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mitchell against Booker.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Jokic with it, picked up by Brown. And it's Jokic missing.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've got a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Wembanyama looking it over. 6 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
In textbook mechanics, make it look like it's going in every time.
Booker, unreal. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pass to Flag. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Towns. Basket good. And the East leads by 6.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And it's Towns missing. Towns with the steal. The Big Daddy passes to Towns. The kick out to Brown. Over Flag. It's deflected. Pass to Doncic. His way inside.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns?
2 minutes.
Helps him come through when the game gets snugged.
Booker against Mitchell. And Booker kicks to Doncic. Rocket 6. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Big Daddy out to the wing. That's a 2 from Towns. And the rejection by Wembanyama. 1:29 left here in the 4th quarter. The Big Daddy passes to Towns. Flag with it. Now guarded by Towns. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. We've got to have better shot selection.
And that one's good. Towns.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
Down low. And Flying with the basket on the assist from Booker. 6 points for Cooper Flying.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Booker outside. 44 seconds left in the fourth.
Well, they've got to be careful. A big key to beating them is keeping Booker off the line as much as possible.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, that time he made the most of that trip to the line and cuts the deficit.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the East All-Stars. They've led by as many as 14 points. They double him with Booker. Giannis passes to Big Daddy. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Lets it go with a 3. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They want the ball in his hand when the situation calls for it.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and push him this.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's what's your take?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Towns with the steal. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
15.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Doncic way outside. It's hauled in by Giannis. They go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Doncic passes to Jokic. It's money from deep.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Season 4 of My Team is bringing the best cards yet for your next showdown. Evo Tyrese Maxey is your level 1 reward. He evolves from Amethyst to Diamond and will shine bright as your new point guard.
Add to Maxey with all defensive honors when you reach level 10 with Diamond Tabo Cephalosha.
More defense and some above-the-rim action. Your level 20 reward is Pink Diamond DeAndre Jordan. Double tap that lob pass button.
Oh, absolutely. And hey,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd, and tonight's no different. Some confident players coming through the tunnel earlier. So here's Dallas's starting group. A pair of first overall picks of the front court, Flagg and Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Filipowski, and it's Pickett in a 2-guard. And for the Bucks, inside they have Giannis and Turner. Then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Big Daddy in at the point guard position. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, BA. It's between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
And Turner with the block. Inside, Brown, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Brown is a physical player, so he's not going to be bothered by contact or having to play through contact.
Here's Pickett, a steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. We spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt Davis will be a factor tonight. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And Dallas with possession. 8-point game. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way. Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses. At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And Dallas calls time here. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
There's the drive. Big Daddy's shot is good.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Filipowski. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Boy, that was a critical bucket there because this game could have easily gotten out of hand early if they'd allowed the run to go on much longer. No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Flagg, a top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Antetokounmpo against Davis. And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And they'll keep possession. Irving for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And Milwaukee decides to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
I really think that
Substitution on the court.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Jones. Here's Hendricks. Three-pointer off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Taking a look at the Mavericks. A pair of first overall picks of the front court. Flagg and Davis. Tyus Jones is out there with Hardy. And it's Filipowski in at center. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against the Magic was tremendous. He picked up 18 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that have been consistently dominant on the offensive end of the floor over the last month. Number 1, the Bucks.
Their offense has clicked the past few weeks. I mean, everyone out there knows their role and where to be on the floor.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples and hit a respectable 34%.
23 over a, what, close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3 1/4 years on the court. Yeah, the three ball was not being shot a lot. I will tell you, I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting threes.
5 on the clock. Big Daddy, the pass to Turner. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested three.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Pickett. To the left side wing. And here's Flagg outside. Counted from distance. Flagg's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
The combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
Jones, the pass to Filipowski. Here's Davis. Oh, he tries a three. Antetokounmpo with the block. Here's Big Daddy. Picked it. Here's Flagg, defended by Brown. Pickett can't hit.
Excellent effort that time, not only to defend the shot, but to secure the rebound as well. That's good two-way work.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
And Dallas calls time here. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Let's give a big welcome to the floor, your forward partner.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. So it's the Milwaukee Bucks looking in total control.
Let's go! That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Bucks 3-1, Dallas.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Mavericks trail by 17. Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. Then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. 6 to shoot. Has to pick it. A deep three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's Pickett, defended by Brown. Irving for 3. Sinks it from distance. Irving's got 5 points.
Boy, his flair for the spectacular has you holding your breath every time Kyrie has the ball.
And here's what the Milwaukee Bucks schedule looks like. On Tuesday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against the Spurs, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pickett passes to Irving. Here's Flag. Shoots over Brown. And it's Flag missing.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Back to Turner. Over Flag. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are 2 very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Big Daddy, the pass to Turner. And the jumper is on the mark. Turner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Here's Flag outside. Hits a 3-pointer. 9 points in the game.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
The shot no good. Some solid defense from Filipowski. Here's Pickett, defended by Brown. Antetokounmpo against Davis. Big Daddy grabs a board.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Back to you, Brian.
Priority straight. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And Dallas calls time here. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big... And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They trail by 14. On the court right now for Dallas. At the 4 and the 5, it's Flag and Davis. Hardy is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Pickett in at the 3. Well, we get to see future Hall of Famer in Kyrie Irving tonight, Grant. What's his best skill?
I'll be honest, B.A. I've never seen a guard finish like Kyrie around the rim. He makes really difficult buckets look too easy.
To the inside. Big Daddy. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 14.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Outside Irving. Pass to Davis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Turner. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Turner almost invites contact around the rim. He's such a strong physical player.
Here's Pickett. Turner covers. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
How about their second half offensive adjustments? Very impressive. Showing some moxie inside. I like it.
Big Daddy. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Hendricks. Lets it fly. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trail by 14. Here's Flag. Hauled in by Brown. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Irving. Drains the triple. Hendricks has got 10 points here in the second half.
That's his second tray of this half. For the game, he's got 9 points from beyond the arc.
Irving looking it over. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The fire that Irving plays with, I mean, you can feel it. When you make a 3 on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
Pass to Hendricks. Oh, it's stolen. Now here's Irving. Tightly guarded. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Davis. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
And here's Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Hardy. Outside Irving. Some nice ball movement by Dallas.
I tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Filipowski, he's checked in for Hardy. Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
They continued to feed him throughout the game, and with good reason. They realized he was hot, had the hot hand, and they wanted to ride that. And he refuses to let them down, coming through at every turn.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. Look at Giannis battling inside.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Right side Irving from behind the arc. Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Milwaukee leading by 16. Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got rebound number 7 tonight.
Coming out here tonight and making a statement. Really good work all around for the Bucks.
They had excellent production from the bench.
This team has strong depth, and in this game, it showed.
And looking at their record now, tonight's win gives them 45 on the year.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
You know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Big Daddy.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Pass to Davis. Irving for three. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Boy, really excellent passer for his position. Davis more than capable of dropping dimes.
Now Turner lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Flag. Three-pointer. Giannis with the rebound. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.